And a lot of teams, I noticed that when the circle showed is on the north side of the circle. So it feels like that part of the area we can expect more fights to happen as the circle continues to shrink, maybe even on stage number 3. And one of them is going to be NS Red Force. Still full squad, but now they have Alpha 7. Ooh, 2 big boys next to each other.
Longstream Red Force right now getting ready for a trade-off up against Alpha 7. TZ on throne still. He threw a nade. Okay, setting up a trap up against Alpha 7, but we do have one more player. That would be Squash Fu going off the angle over here. We can see Mafioso also holding to a high ground advantage, but he's also getting countered by another player coming from NS Red Force. Zoxy holding on to a nade here, and Alpha 7 still trying to do a counter. But we can see both of the teams are going for the push, and that is it. Revo got knocked down. Deeplaskia chips, and ooh, it seems to me like NS Red Force is getting a little help coming from Deeplaskia.
Okay, interesting. Deeplaskia helping out NS Red Force. Well, not like they would know, but Carrillo gets Beanie. And he will eliminate Beanie immediately. Doxy gets a nade on Carrillo. Looks like Alpha 7. Now only Mafioso left on the second floor. And they rush in. They will take him out. They lost Beanie, but they won it against Alpha 7. Here comes Deeplaskia. They're coming here to claim their taxes.
Hey, here we go. Another fight between Deeplaskia and NS Red Force. Okay, Doxy making a move. Unfortunately, he gets shut down by Osso. We only have TZ over here as the last active member on the side of NS Red Force, and the blue zone is already here, ready to collect some souls as well. Also trying to dance it off still up against the last player remaining of NS Red Force, but Nobles got knocked down on the ground. Same thing goes for Fabian, and it seems to me like Osso's been getting all the points on his own.
Oh, okay, carrying the team as always, and 6 eliminations for Osso right now. But how many can TZ get? Being the final player of NS Red Force. Tanking the blue. That shot reached this, but TZ and his timing rushing in to finish off chips. Okay. 2 more to go. TZ gets the one. Can he pull over clutch here against Deeplaskia? But his health is really low. He needs to reload and get out of the blue. Shows himself. Gets Fabian. One more. But Noble says no.
Oh, but still, you have to give props to TZ. Man, he was able to take 2 points out of Deeplaskia. And with that nade, Zeros became the hero out of that trade-off. Team Secret was able to bag 2 points in an instant coming from Deeplaskia as well. That was unfortunate, but then again, it is what it is.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotta catch our breath there. But the teams are not allowing us to, as Horror Esports will meet up with Team Secret because sprayed by No Fear onto Zero. Zero's getting away. But he's tanking the blue at the same time. Hopefully he has enough health and also healing utilities. Horror Esports, they managed to lock in the northern side for themselves.
Oh man, Los Leon is already highly populated over here. It's getting a little crowded. Fourth Wives, as well as Sem9, Voindonki, Vikings, Yangon Galacticos. Man, they're going to have a hard time getting a building, for themselves to be, as their sanctuary. I think, Team Secret will have to deal with Horror Esports before they can even, settle down inside Los Leones. So we're gonna wait for that to happen. And as for Vikings, here comes... Oh, what happened? That was such a clear shot for teens.
Okay. Maybe he is thinking to himself okay, I'm alone. If I get knocked, nobody's there to save me. So he wants to get a 200% clear shot. Okay, and he's waiting for that. That vehicle was a bait. That vehicle was a bait. Mika didn't know what hit him.
Patience is a...
bliss.
Okay.
Is it? Not?
I forgot. Patience is a value. What is that?
I thought it's a bliss, but okay, gotta double check that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But teams just really waited for the opportunity to knock down Yumiko, and I think it did work out for him very well. But then again, since he is at the top, it's a little hard and a little tricky for him to actually get the job done. But then again, Sem9 already running out of space here, so potentially they could still get knocked down by Vikings over here.
And it could be a potential Lost Wilderness finish. Okay, we're back on the tins. Two players of 7-9 in front of him with a buggy, but the speed of a buggy is just too fast. He was not able to spray enough onto them. But he will continue on. Second time around, not getting it. Okay, but that's okay. He still got Mika earlier, so that's fine.
I remember. Patience is a virtue. There you go.
Ah, yeah. That sounds more like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So 12 teams remaining for stage 4, ladies and gents, and we just saw that it was a missed opportunity for the side of Vikings to assume points from Sem9, and it's a good thing. It's a fortunate event for Sem9 because they were able to pick up Yumiko, they were able to escape that situation, so they get to live to fight another day, I guess. As for our queue, okay, they're having an exchange up against Horror Esports, but then again, this particular spot is still included in the zone, so I don't think there's a pressure for them to actually start the fight. So perhaps we can see both of the teams wait it out.
But Xavier is waiting out as well, okay. But they will have a second chance with Team Secret. But because it's Lost Learners, it's a city. If you see one opponent passing by, they will very quickly vanish into the cooks and nannies of the building. So these area, they see Team Secret at one moment, the next moment they don't. That's normal. Everybody wants to lock in their own sanctuary inside Lost Learners now.
Mm-hmm. And everyone's already inside the zone, so we're just waiting. We still got 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock before we get to stage 5. So everyone's really taking their time. Again, they do have like a building to themselves, so I don't think any push will happen for now. So far, what I can say is that everyone's busy extracting information and just checking out, perhaps, from like what building their enemies are actually staying on, or like if it's possible for them to raid that compound and maybe be a little aggressive. But for now, it's still just like mid to long range fights. It's just like someone getting knocked down, but still, teammate will still have a chance to pick their member up. So it's not super aggressive just yet. But however, we got 2504 from D Savior getting Sky out of the game.
Okay. And Sky eliminated. Now Hora Esports, 3 players left. But at least the rest of them, they are inside or Lost Learners. At this moment, as long as you're in Lost Learners, you'll be cool. And you don't want to come in late because you might not have enough entry point or enough vacant apartments for your own team. So that's why these teams, they push it in. But if teams want to still play on the outside, banking on the chance for the circle to move away from Lost Learners, that's cool.
Boing Donkey doesn't have that. They don't have a good spot here. If the circle will continue to move a little to the center, and yeah, okay, it moved to the center. So now Boy Donkey, they don't have an option right now but to go through Sem9. But they have to be careful because Yangon Galacticus is just right on top of them.
Yeah, so now there's a confirmation, right, that every team would need to take a spot inside the Lost Learners. So expect more teams to try to force their way and breach through it. It's just like what MBKE is doing now. They found a spot on the south side of Lost Learners, so they will be fine. Or the elimination fee, Team Secret against a BTR. But now Optimus is alone here against Vampire Esports. Okay, he got Onzens, he gets Mela. Oh, now Vintora's alone, and he's not in the same building. Optimus! He will prime this position.
Oh man, okay, Optimus been busy, okay. 3 points for himself, okay, I think he's doing great, but in the process they lost 2 of their members, so that's gotta be tough as well for the side of BTR. We don't want a repeat of what happened, during the previous Miramar. But anyway, back into the action, we still got Sem9 with a complete squad here. Again, another chance for them to do a little bit of gatekeeping up against Voin Donkey, but I feel like Voin Donkey will change their course now here, Sir Cloud. I think they will be climbing up and getting to the south part of the circle. Will that be beneficial for the rest of Voin Donkey? I guess we'll just have to find out.
Well, what we're finding out now is Yakugaidikos also managed to find their way into Lost Learners. So they're by the edge with the airdrop in front of them. Okay, so that's a nice bonus for Yakugaidikos. But E-Arena continues to monitor, so they're going to use the airdrop as somewhat of a bait. If Young Radicals goes directly for the airdrop, they will fall into the crosshairs of E-Arena.
Oh man, that would be too risky. Yangon Galacticos know that. But if they can maybe eliminate, E-Arena, then perhaps, it's a clear path for them to even loot that special crate in front of them. But of course, E-Arena, they do have a better vantage point compared to Yangon Galactica, so it will be a little tough and a little difficult. Quite a challenge, I can say, for the side of Yangon Galacticus. But anyway, okay, since everyone has a building to themselves, everyone has a spot over here, and everyone is already inside the zone. So perhaps, all of the teams will just wait it out, wait for the circle to shrink even more.
Yeah, there's this urban warfare. It will just slowly shrink and force players out. That's where we see action. But we still see a little bit of action here. NC2 got one player of Young Radicals. Venturas is the final player of Vampire Esports, surrounded by BTR now. So he's also hoping and praying for the circles to still favor him, because he cannot afford to be forced out of this building. If he have to go out, BTR very likely will get him.
Manparang goes out of the game. So let's see. RQ right now forcing their way in and probably going up against Horror Esports. So let's see who's gonna be winning the fight. I can hear some nades actually happening, but okay, we're looking at Genfos. Made his way in. What? Did Sleepy not hear the footsteps?
Or maybe he was clouded by the footsteps coming from the front, because the other players of RRQ, they were rushing in together. But now they will not only spot Sleepy, they spot Jiggle as well. And that means Hora Esports now only one player left. It's going to be No Fear. And it's pretty low. He does have first aids. So now he will be hiding himself. Being the final player, he'll hold on for positioning points.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. I mean, to be fair, there were a lot of nades being thrown in the same direction, so perhaps the kind of deafens their ability to listen to all of those footsteps. I mean, that's one of the perks of throwing nades. Yumeko, however, got shut down by Wunti of Vikings. Okay, we are getting closer and closer to that showdown that coming from all these 12 teams, again, we're just waiting for the zone to shrink even more, and that would force the teams to actually get into the middle and engage in a fight.
Yeah, with this zone, still in the middle, a lot of teams inside of it. But Boring Donkey, who didn't have the circle, they have to move forward, and they happen to bump into Young Radicals. Next is going to be Fourth Prize. They're in a similar situation. So now they have to win this fight against Void Donkey. And Void Donkey waiting for them as Fourth Prize eliminated at number 11.
Okay. And again, we haven't really seen the fangs of Vampire Esports, and we're still waiting for that to happen, honestly. But yeah, I mean, day 2, we still got day 3 and 4. So we're just going to wait for just that. And again, we have to really be excited for the Smash Roll. Again, that would be a major plot twist. I mean, obviously, FaZe, D plus Kia, and even Alpha 7 Esports, NS Red Force, and Fourth Tribe, they are the teams that are actually gunning for the top spot over here. And because we do have that Smash Roll, we don't even know who is really going to win the entirety of this tournament. It could be D plus Kia, could be not. I mean, it would be such a shame, like if D plus Kia, after all the aggression that we've witnessed coming from them since the playoffs, and then they're not going to win the tournament. Oh, man, that is going to be tough.
Well, tell that to the Smash Rule. Yeah, and if the other teams can keep pace with D plus K, they don't need to be number 1. They just need to keep pace, have enough points to meet match point. They smash it, and D plus K would have been like, yeah. That happens, yeah. But of course, that's going to happen on Sunday. So the Smash Rule Day, Smash Sunday, I will call it. Don't miss it. Put it in your calendars, ladies and gentlemen.
Hulk Smash! But did you notice that all of the teams that I mentioned are already out of the game? I mean, from top 1 to 5?
Oh, yeah. So that means the competition, well, at least for this round, that is going to be tight. Teams after like the top 5 will gain points naturally, and they will close that gap. Let's keep the gap as small as possible to keep the anticipation high.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. And RQ already got pushed outside of the zone here. But then again, they will only have to deal with No Fear of Horror Esports just to step inside. So that's not really like super big of a threat. But Satar, okay, denied the point. I think he was taken by the Blue Reaper instead. Not a team, not a player over here. Bigatron by Vitality. Oh man, they were already taken out as well with only 4 points in the bag. We got YG versus Boindonkey. Potato getting knocked down. We got Break here collecting some points as well. Horror Esports eliminated by RQ.
Oh, Tins is down. But Urban Warfare, they should have that space to pick him up. As for Firen, he's right behind RQ. RQ, they're not focusing on the Firen at all. They're looking in front. They're going to focus on to maybe Xavier next. But because they left Firen behind, Firen could bite him in the back. Could bite them in the back if they don't deal with him.
Okay, and again, you know, we are experiencing some sort of a truce, a quiet time. Yes, we do hear some gunshots, but I feel like mostly these are just like warning shots of some sort, or maybe someone baiting another team. But we can see Voindonkey cooking up a nade here. Okay, they are the only team. Okay, only team that's still outside of the zone, apart from Firen of Sem9. But he is all alone, so that's even going to be a big challenge for him. But Razak, right now, waiting for the massive spray, but Romeo Boy was able to get the point.
And Voindonkey now are the players, at least without Circle. Yaku Galacticos defending their ground. Former 5 is going to be Team Secret knocking down Gachor. But it's actually Murdoch got him. Firen finally eliminated by RQ. That's Sem9, number 8, 5 elimination points, 6 points in total collected by Sem9 this round. And look at the amount of fights here happening at the same time. But while that was happening, Razak somehow managed to cross the road. But because now that the circle has shifted, Razak have to move forward.
Kunti, man, okay. Taken down by RQ, D-Savior remaining quiet, but they are going, obviously, for the map control. Okay, the only threat to D-Savior right now would be RQ, since they're the only team close to D-Savior. But as for Voindonkey, they weren't able to step inside the zone. They got eliminated, which brings us down to just 6 teams remaining, and we are already at stage 8. Eventually, then we are going to have 6 teams for the final showdown here, Sir Cloud.
Oh, and here we go. 6 teams now. That includes Vikings, E-Arena, D-Xavier, RRQ on screen. And Break is calling towards his teammates with the smoke active still. Wonty should be able to save him. But Dins, he will be in the same building as Turney K, 1v1.
Okay, here we go. We got Jenfas on the ground. Coming from 2504 NC2 on screen at the top of the stairs here. Punishing the players of Yangon Galacticos, okay? That is an effective defense coming from him. And now Murnat Boy took a hit as well with that nade. But I think he's going to answer with one of his own, okay? A lot of nades. And there you go. Murnat Boy already down on top of that table, okay? But I don't think, you know, he can be picked up for now. Joker from behind almost got knocked down by Team Secret. But it was Pat and Jean who retaliated up against RQ.
Aha, here comes the rush team by Team Secret. Team Secret, they want to move towards the inner side of the circle. They have 2 players still. Okay, E-Arena, this is starting to be a mess here, ladies and gentlemen. 3 teams at least in the same building. NC2, getting ready. On the 2nd floor, he knows that somebody is just right below him. So who's going to make that next move? As Zero shows up in front of him, it's going to be Young Radicals. He got Murnat. Young Radicals, only Romeo Boy left. And Zerus will finish off Romeo Boy. And that is Young Radicals out top 5 now.
Team Secret stepping up their gameplay, coming for the kill feed. It's E-Arena versus Vikings at the moment. Okay, this is such a great trade-off happening, but E-Arena seems to be on the losing end. Okay, we also got D-Savior versus RQ, and D-Savior's been dictating the tempo for this round. And as the zone gets smaller and smaller, of course, D-Savior building all the confidence right now, going up against the last remaining player of RQ. We got D Savior shutting down Zeros as well of Team Secret, and this is now Mayhem.
And after that mayhem, 4 teams left. The Vikings with 3 players, D Savior with 4 players. Oh, and you blink and you miss the moment. Team Secret eliminated. And somehow D Savior, they mollied themselves. Okay, at least they are still having their own spot, so they will be able to recover. Top 3 now, D Savior, the Vikings at E Arena. E Arena wants to get across, but DX4, aka Lamborghini, will stop Joker.
Alright, here we go. 3-way battle for stage 9. The Blue Reapers out to get them as well, so that's another additional pressure onto these 3 teams. We got NC2 catching an aid coming from DX4, aka Lamborghini, ending the line of E Arena. Now it's Vikings versus D Savior. One of the players from D Savior currently knocked down on the ground, so it's an even fight for now. We can see that Vikings been throwing a lot of nades here, trying to flush them out in this situation. Lamborghini won't be picked up at this point. He is now gone. Another grenade elimination coming from Woon T. Oh man, perfectly done, but unfortunately Woon T took a hit as well.
And it's going to be an all-Vietnam finale here. D Savior, they have the advantage after taking out break. That means the Vikings only have 1 player left on this rooftop. It's going to be Tins. Tins, 1v3. The Molly on his left side. The Blue on the right side. Tins has no space to go. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. He jumps down to the ground floor. And the Sharks of these Saviors were waiting for him as they will lock in that chicken dinner with a rampage of at least 10 eliminations.
Hey, this is what I'm looking for, right? I mean, this is the D Savior that we know. And now finally, they've shown themselves getting the chicken dinner for match number 9 here. Finally, Lamborghini and the rest of the gang is, well, showing their true form.
A D Savior with maybe their final form and to push the number 1 spot. But because of their true form, they scored 10 eliminations. 20 points for D Savior this round. But the last we checked, they weren't near the top spot. So to catch number 1, not yet. But at least this chicken dinner will bring them closer.
Yep, after this game, they're definitely going to propel themselves, you know, maybe at the top of the charts here, which is, of course, absolutely perfect for the side of D Savior. The only question I have for them right now, Sir Cloud, would be if they're going to be consistent, right? If they're going to be following through the remaining matches for this evening. Yes, they were able to secure a chicken dinner, but, like, is this going to be, like, the start of their aggressive gameplay for here on out?
Yeah, that has always been the question for D Savior when it comes to the Ruthless Invitational Showdown series, right? When it comes to official tournament, they are, for the most part, consistent. But when it comes to off-season tournaments, we don't know what sort of D Savior will show up. Anyway, full squad time of 30 minutes. This is the highest that we've got so far this season. It will be hard to top this one.
What I love about the performance of D Savior when it comes to this round is, they were quiet. I mean, they know which battles to get themselves into. Perfect timing, everything, the execution, everything worked out for them. And again, you know, this is the D Savior that I know. Hopefully, you know, it will be the same level of energy, you know, for the remaining matches. I mean, we're already halfway through. We still have 3 more to go before we wrap things up for day number 2 of the grand finals. So, yeah, I'm really hoping that the Savior will be, you know, performing for us. So, like, really stepping up this time. Vikings, okay, pretty much the same. When it comes to the damage output, slight difference, but it's a major difference when it comes to the elimination points done inside the game. Only half, you know, for the Vikings, a total of 5.
Yeah, and the damage aren't too far away. But our MVP, Mr. 2504 from D Savior with 4 eliminations and 979 damage. What's with these players and also coming up with pseudo names? Okay, I recognize him. I just need to get a confirmation on my side. I'll come back on that.
Yeah. And 2504. Okay, finally we have a face to the name here. The MVP of this round. Just a total of 40% team contribution, but I can say it's already high. It's definitely been given a lot of support, to the rest of the team here, which of course makes them very effective in the battlefield. Now we got Osal as well as one of the top performers. We also got Zeros over here coming from Team Secret, and Break coming from Vikings. Now, it's interesting to see that we have different names so far in the lineup as for like the top performers and like people going in for the road to MVP event. So we know that Nobu hasn't taken the top spot just yet with like a player with the most number of elimination points.
Okay, 2504 is Nate T, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Unless, well, if someone else is playing, then I don't know. But anyway, what we're sure is that Talon, unfortunately, again, another 0-point round for them. So that means number 18 is still lingering around Talon Esports. And then we have FaZe Clan and Blue Squad also with 0 points. Alpha 7 this round, it's a very different round for them. Previously, they scored a lot of points, but only 1 point this time.
Maybe Talon Esports would want to do a dramatic entrance of some sort, right? Like, I mean, they're letting, the other teams score a lot, and perhaps we will see them really go up the charts probably towards the latter games. I don't know, maybe, just maybe. I'm just trying to form a theory over here. But yeah, I do agree with you. I mean, I do love the fact that we saw this number go high, when it comes to the throwables inside the matches. So hopefully we see some more of that to happen. And as for the overall rankings, 119, the only team still with a triple-digit score. D plus K is still at the top with 2 chicken dinners. FaZe, Team Secret, Alpha 7, and its Red Force. Those are the top 5 teams for now. Fourth Tribes obviously got pushed down the ranks, but then again, we are hoping for a comeback, onto the side of Fourth Tribes. I'm not even sure, sir. Are we playing for a certain prize pool, or are the teams just playing for the glory and the bragging rights?
We will leave that to the mystery for our viewers out there, because we're not. Okay, never mind. But anyway, yeah, I was just pulling everyone's leg. We're supposed to keep mystery to all our viewers out there. But anyway, we'll keep that. We'll see if that will be revealed to us after maybe the grand finals, or maybe anytime. So if you want to find out, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll be heading to a short break, so don't go anywhere, and we'll see you all after the short break.